Alright, I'm gonna add a marker here. Alright, anyway, so today we're playing more Dark Cloud 2 because it's Thursday and I also like Dark Cloud 2. So in between streams, doesn't that count as rock? Okay, I was gonna go start doing my usual grinding, but I can't exactly do it yet. So what I did instead was I just grounded out my weapons a little bit, and I really didn't even have that many floors to go through, to be honest, because well, I really only had that one floor. So I did get some more synth points on my weapons. I didn't upgrade anything because I wanted to kind of just show that stuff while I'm going through, in the off chance that anyone might be playing along or might be curious as to seeing how I upgraded my weapons. I don't think I even like went through what I'm going to be doing with my weapons. Again, those of you who have played the game will probably have a general idea. Although I think I specify like I'm going to be using the wrenches for max, but I did buy a hammer just to kind of show it because I didn't show it yet. Anyway, first up, so I have this classic gun here. This is the original classic gun I had. I'm going to put some cyclone. Okay, so I'm just thinking about it because what I'm going to be end up doing is spectrumizing this gun, which is it's something you can do if you have a weapon that is +5. You can do it at less than +5, but if you do it less than +5, you don't get it's unstable. You don't get as much stat bonus. So as you see right here, the attack is a question mark, but you get half of the other stats that are onto the gun, roughly. Because it says 15 there, but I get 9. Oh, that just reminded me. I'm not sure what. Huh. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Anyway, I'm gonna put some exo on this too. Exorcism. Weapons do have a stat cap of certain things as well. 14. That'll be 7. How about I go like that? And this will be important for later as well. Okay, so it should be roughly 9, or roughly 7 or so. Okay, so it's 8. Okay. Trying to think of what else I need to upgrade after that. No, I'm probably not gonna keep this gun all that long as the other thing. But I do want to make use of the rest of these synth points here, so do this one at a time because I'm not sure. So this should go to 18, okay? Oh, Alonzo. And I'm making use of items that are not crystals to assist with this. And the reason I'm doing one at a time now is because, like I said before, there are hard stat caps you can hit. I don't want to hit 1. I think I'll just do 3 and smash here. The last 3. I don't think I'll ever need smash on this. This is probably a waste, but this does increase the damage I do to enemies that are weak to smash, like the turtles. Okay. Now, like I said, I could just upgrade that gun, but if I spectrumize this, right, I get 10 cyclone, 9 exorcism, 5 smash, and an unknown amount of attack for 5 synth points. It's going to be. All right, ready? Watch. So spectrumize. I still don't think it shows the. It still doesn't show the attack. But now if I come over here, this classic gun, right? Okay, so is it only 7 attack, or is that just what that's going to cap it? I want to see. Okay, I think this caps it. Then, okay. That's kind of unfortunate. Anyway. So I'll put 5 synth points in for this. Red might need some backup versus remove. Red. Oh, red 13. No, he'll be alright. He'll be doing all the heavy lifting. And I think I need 1 of this. I don't know why you said red, and my first thought was red from Masters. I was like, but I'm not even in the same game. Okay, so now we can go to the trumpet gun. I'm gonna make it from trumpet. What do they think of next? And from here, I need more Cyclone. Cyclone and Exo. Okay, so I was right about that. I just don't know how much I need these two. 22 attack. Or 21 attack. So Cyclone. I think I need more Cyclone for something else. I need a Cyclone for this. Yeah, so I'm gonna use all of this. Kane got his hero ability tonight. Oh, that'd be cool. Well, I mean, like, if I had, like, good Kane stuff. Well, I have his Awakening and some of his USBs. And his dual cast LMR, so that's pretty cool. And right now we get the Bandit Brassard, so let's upgrade to that. And the Bandit Brassard is actually pretty neat because you see that little icon right there? That's a weapon ability, which I don't think I went over that in the last episode because we didn't have access to any yet. But that ability is steal, so now I have the option, or I have the chance to steal items from enemies. And we're gonna be going to the lower path again. Upper path probably would be better for the current dungeon we're in, but I'm gonna be going down there. Needs attack and wind. Okay. You need lightning and attack. So I'm gonna spectrumize this diamond here and give it to Max. Because he will need smash as well later on, and diamond has quite a bit of smash on it. As it is. I think I need more than 5 lightning, but that's okay. But look at that. For 1, for 1 synth point, that's really nice. Oh, I also picked up this coin. Coins are items you can spectrumize and give them to your weapons, and they'll give you a weapon ability. Much like how that other weapon I had just there, and it had steel. This one's the wealth coin, so as you would expect, this gives you. I think it's called wealth in this game, but wealth jackpot, whatever you want to call it. But it increases the amount of money you get from slaying enemies. You need attack. I'm gonna use these. Yeah, I'll give you one of these. Because until I can make the night boots, which it's probably within like the next floor or two of the dungeon, I'll be able to make the night boots. Okay. One more. Then I don't have to worry about having power crystals, because power crystals are hard to come by. And very, very useful, much like in Record Keeper. So we'll get the Smash Wrench here. Go from drill to Smash Wrench. Smash enemies to pieces. Pretty cool. Got 3 drills on it. The upper path is where I'm going to be going. Lower path is would be if you were to go into the hammer trees. Wait, Alonzo, Kane's is lightning and darkness, right? For his hero ability? Lightning, beast, and attack. Okay. I don't think I really need beast for this place. I'll go lightning. I'm not gonna use lightning for a while. I could just pull up a weapon tree, so I know how much stats I need. Might just be the play. Oh, I also got some more EXP for my ride pod. So my ride pod has enough EXP to get the upgraded core, which I will get in a moment after I'm done with my weapons. And oh, I have to go to the future as well. He also gains dark double element, new arcane, dark cell element, awakening and sync. Ooh. Okay, no, yeah, I think I remember that. Oh, you need more than 30. Okay. That'll be good for the. That'll be 2 dungeons away from now, actually. But and Monica's sword. Oh, I need a cyclone for this. Ugh. Okay. Wait, what? Okay, no, Cyclone. Okay, okay. I don't know why I looked over at Lightning. I was like, that's a 0. Hold on, wait a minute. Still support Lightning Tech. Yeah, I think I remember reading, that Untitled Cat Break 5 on his own. Is it only 5 on Kane? It was more. Wait, so who has Cat Break 8 on there? Is that Cloud or is that Sephiroth then, I guess? One of those two, probably. Really? More beasts? Okay, so 24 maybe? Oh, is it 24 Cyclone? I'll just spectrumize like the bale of hay or something if this is 24 and it's fine. Okay, wow, need more than that, okay. About 30. I only had so many send points because I did quite a bit of grinding, so. And the reason I was doing this will become apparent pretty soon. Well, I wanted to get a bunch of grinding in. More than 30? Really? Jesus. Cloudform is USB 1, Sephiroth from USB 2. No, I know Cloudform is USB 1. USB 2 and Sync Command 2. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Because there was a sync that allowed someone to get Cat Break like 8 or something. I just didn't remember who it was. Jesus, really? Really, Monica? This much? I don't think it was this much beast I needed. Then again, I usually do a slightly easier route for this. I have one bundle of hay. I'll do 3. If that's enough. If that's not enough, then heck. There we go. We'll get the chopper. Fang's the only Cat Break booster on Sync Command. Oh, wait, does Fang have Cat Break 8 on her command too? Because that might be what I'm thinking of. That might be exactly what I'm thinking of. Okay, so there's that. So I upgraded all the weapons for now. I'm gonna come back over here to Cedric. There's a few other things I want to do before I hop back into the dungeon. I feel like someone has Cat Break 8 on their Sync Command. Is it just Sephiroth? Maybe it's just Sephiroth. I'm gonna go upgrade Ride Pod. I'm gonna buy the core here. Because that's the most important thing to have upgraded. Okay, and you see there's another core that replaces it immediately afterwards. I do have a little bit of EXP left over. I can pull one up, Caveman. I just didn't pull one up because I didn't think I needed that much EXP or that much stats for these things. I'm gonna increase Cat Break for 1 turn with each cast. Okay. Because if you remember, the last time, right before I ended, there was a cutscene talking about these Atlamilia gates and how you can travel to the past or to the future with them. So, right here we see Max using the red Atlamilia, and we're able to go 100 years into the future. And looks pretty barren, because the origin point of Jurak is gone. But the main reason I want to come here is the treasure chest. Potato pie. And this one should be a fruit of Eden. Yep, okay, cool. I like this music. And for now, I think those are the only 2. We can talk to this dude over here. You know, lately it feels kind of lonely. It feels like there's something big missing, you know? Anyway. But yeah, we can't do much else here right now. Let's give, hold on. We have Max's potato pie, and I think I have Monica the fruit of Eden, because she'll have less defense. Oh, wait. Yeah, Monica has less defense. Right now. So I'll give her the additional HP. Where's Brave Linda? We took care of her last stream. She was in the first dungeon. And I think that's all I really wanted to go over before I head back into the dungeon. Oh, no, it's not. Right. Because I did not go back and talk to Donnie to hand in our scoops. So let's go do that. Talk to Donnie. Take for a scoop. We got 9 more scoops. Ooh, I knew you had, you got 6 more scoops. I knew you had it in you. So, because we didn't get our level up yet, I think we need, we need to hit 200 points for that. So, yeah. However, he said we had 6 new scoops. Remember the picture I've just been taking, and I didn't have the scoops for them. Yeah, that would be those. So, there was what? Dangerous Pumpkin, Spooky Grass Smile, Taurus Nap, Fulton Earth Digger, Master Utan, King Mardan. I think that was it. So, now we have a few more. Too many more. We have Gumo's Yell, Erwin Gumo screaming, maybe trying to intimidate everyone, get the moment on film. Some of them we haven't run into just yet, so some of them, like a lot of them, won't make sense. Find the golden egg. This one actually takes a while to get. I'll show you how to get it early, but if you're playing casually, like your first playthrough or something, you won't find it for a while. Jurak, it's gonna be easy, and the Lift System's gonna be easy. Rainbow Butterfly United. You probably want to get a shot of Rainbow Butterfly fused back together. That'd make for a much better picture. Okay. That one's actually important because that one's missable. I mean, I guess technically some of the other ones are missable too, but that we'll get into that much later. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna go back to Fish Monster Swamp because that's what we have to head back to. Okay, so I want to work on this next, right? So I want to work on that. Oh, do I have Cedric in the party? I think I do. No, I don't. Okay, so after I finish up this area, or this floor, I'll go back, put Cedric in the party, and then we'll move on to the next floor. Can I ride pod here? No, I cannot. Oh, even if I could, my ride pod's pretty slow at the moment. Anyway, here's Master Utan. I might have to get like a Pokemon named after Master Utan now that I think about it. Yeah, she is the first mini boss, that is true.
Hey, you're back.
Master Utan, you're looking a lot better now.
Sure. I just ate something I wasn't supposed to after all. I'm gonna be more careful from now on.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
By the way, we want to ask you a favor.
Hmm?
We want to get through here. Do you think you can move that boulder for us?
Oh, that? Piece of cake. Wait right here.
I agree with that. What's appreciated, Ree? How are you doing, Ray?
Wow! Master Utan, you're so strong!
That one.
How about that? Guess I still got it.
I feel like maybe Passimian could be Master Utan because the way it picks up the rock. That's kind of Passimian like. Oh.
Are you okay?
The only thing I like most about this game versus the first is the Lake of Dran's Feather. Oh, Dran's Feather, yeah.
Oh boy, I've gone and sprained my back. I think I'll rest here a while. You go on ahead.
Can you sprain your back?
Maybe you should exercise a little more often. But thanks a lot. You really helped us out.
Right. We'll see you later.
I don't think I ever actually thought about that. But yeah, now you can't take a picture of Master Utan. Oh no, he can. He's still here. I thought he was missable. I was but a little one. I could hurl rocks like these as hard as I could see. I hate getting old. Also, like I mentioned last time, Master Utan was also in Dark Cloud 1. And I'm pretty sure he just hurled rocks at you for no reason. I can't say for no reason. But if you play Dark Cloud 1, like, you'll see. Anyway. Let's see that. This is a geostone. I feel I'm using the ride pod. Okay, cool. Also, yeah, this fishing goals. I have not, I've been fishing a little bit off stream, but I haven't, like, gotten any of the fishing goals or anything, so. That big of a deal. But also, I want to come over here. Let me. Is it 15? No, it's not. This will put me up to. I'm gonna sell some real quick. Buy ore. Borneo. Ooh, I'm gonna need 3 of these at some point as well. Sell 9 of those. Because all I really do is get them to sell them anyway. You can use them, but I usually don't early. Oh, oops. Yes. During my grinding, I did that too recently. Okay, whatever. Anyway, let's come over here. Party. Let me check something. Can't make that yet. Do I have window? Okay, wooden box, fountain. I don't know what the last thing is, so let's just pick a barrel and
Oh, no good, huh?
oh, maybe it is window. Might be window. I think it is window. Okay. It's so that you can make an aquarium. Go to the station in Palm Brinks. Hey, 'cause I don't think I've been to the station. Have I fixed right to the Blackstone one? Trash can. Blackstone. Do I need this? Okay. Clock. I think I already have clock actually. This? Okay. Do I need bench? Okay. Pretty sure it is a window, but I don't remember. I don't exactly remember where to get. Maybe I just can't get window yet. No, I'm pretty sure I can. Oh, actually, hold on. Wait a minute. I've got new areas of town are open up. Even before you leave town in Chapter 1. I could have come into the station. Let's come to this window. Okay, there we go. Yeah. It's kind of specific about what can count as what, you know. We're at 171 now, so that's good. We're gonna get some more scoops. I think on the I don't know on the next floor. I don't know if we're gonna get any more scoops, but okay. So what was it? Window, wooden box, fountain. And this is gonna make us the aquarium, which we're gonna need actually for later. So what did I say I need? Fountain. So, making this early gets it out of the way. But you will need it for story purposes later, so.
Say cheese.
Okay. Put that out of the way. There's a few more pictures I can take here, so I guess I'll go snag some of those real quick. I don't think it'll be enough to level me up at the moment, but actually, I don't think I never went inside here either, so I'm gonna go inside here. Wheat flour, Polly's Bakery sign fireplace. Okay. I don't remember what that does. Let's see. Do I have wheat flour? Wheat flour. Polly's Bakery sign. Wait, did I take a picture of it? Wait, do I have fireplace yet? Or no? A firehouse, not fireplace. Okay. I know where to get fireplace. I guess I just can't get it yet. I'm probably gonna forget to scoop that up. So in the off chance that anyone remembers and I forget, feel free. You can start screaming at the top of your lungs. Look at Kenny! You forgot this! I think it makes bread though, if I'm not mistaken, so that you can make your own bread. Anyway, this there should look familiar. I think I got this is the fountain, right? Wait, no, it can't be because I didn't come over here before. This is where the carnival is taking place, which is weird because there was a tent right here, but this is where the fountain is, right? So like. Did they just... Like, what happened? Like, how did you do that? Anyway. Are you who I think you are? I've not been feeling too good lately. I got Adele to come look at me, but he said there's nothing wrong. I wonder why. Actually, we can go get fireplace right now. It's a walk, though. Like, if I go get that right now. So the reason I don't want to go get that is just so I don't make a semi-unnecessary trip. Really? No bookshelf? Flag either? There's a book. Stand. Oh. Really? Oh. Oh my god. Glasses case. Can I get glasses too? Or just glasses case. Post Deerhorn work robot. We don't have work robot yet. Okay, there we go. I was like, Alright, anyway, now we'll go back to the Sindane, and we're gonna go head to, this is the Geostone. And obviously, like, I feel like this definitely isn't a spoiler, but because of the floor name and what we talked about last episode, last cutscene of last episode, where they had mentioned, hey, find Geostones. Well, spoiler alert, we're looking for Geostones. Okay. Okay, that's actually fine. I want to work on... I'm probably not going to defeat all the enemies here with the ride pod. But I do want to get some EXP for other weapons. It's not that big of a deal, actually. I'll just do whatever. It's a free medal that I can get now, and I don't have to come back. Okay, well, there we go. Well, yeah, caveman. It's almost time for one of the most fun parts of this game. I don't mean that in a sarcastic way. I actually actively really enjoy that portion. I don't know if we can get a scoop here, actually. Okay, you see that pink dot? That's going to be the Geostone. So, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of that. Also, you can block with Ride Pod, too, if you have applicable weapons equipped, right? Because... Oh, there's a Mimic. First Mimic in Rainbow Butterfly Wood. Is, not all weapons for the Ride Pod are going to be, arms like that. We got a Geostone. Geostones are very similar to the... Are they just called the Atlamilia? Not the Atlamilia. I don't know what they're called in the first game. But the... If I find one, I can show it. Because they still use the same, like, little symbol. But it's not, like, a major item in this game. It's like the yin-yang symbol, which you might have seen me pick up. It's like orange and, or like yellow and pinkish, I believe? Hold on. Let me see. No, that one didn't drop anything. I don't remember what it's actually called. That's the Franja. Bye. You didn't drop one. Pumpkin head. Oop. You didn't drop one either. But it's like, that's what I need, like, specific, like, certain items, like poison, for example. But I picked up poison, it's like, oh, like, you picked up poison, what are you gonna do that for? Yeah, that's an item that you're going to use for either creating things, so sticky flame, not bad, or, you know, for your ideas, or for the, or through use through the Geostones, or the Georama. Again, it really sucks that I have to go like this. Franja again. Of course, now that I don't get any drop for them, right? Like, oh, I also need to show off Monica's new weapon, her steel weapon. So, talking about the Atla from the first game. Is it called Atla? I don't remember what it's called. That's what. Is that a clown? No, it's not. I thought I saw a little delay with the treasure chest opening. Chill crystal, I'll take it. But the one important thing that this what this next portion is going to unveil for us, or I guess unlock, is going to be a very, very critical item shop for a multitude of things. Okay, I guess I got like no drone parts. Atla equivalent to Geostones in this game. No. I meant, but like I didn't remember that they were called Atla. I know they're equivalent of Geostones, but I didn't remember if they were called Atla or something else. I was saying like they use like the orbs for the Atla are essentially the same as like the little of the stuff used specifically for Georama in this. Oh, actually, I don't have much fishing bait. Never mind. I was gonna go fishing, but I don't have the. I think I want Mimi's. Oh, I do have Mimi. Oh. Nah, I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll just go do the thing I'm thinking of later. Even though that is a free medal right now. Like how we get the, like in this game, right? Like that's where the, like we'll see like sugarcane, poison, like forest dew dropped by an enemy. It'll be like in that same kind of, little emblem. Okay, so I'm actually gonna exit dungeon here, which isn't something I usually do. Usually, I will go and just kind of, you know, get multiple geostones at once. But because it's a cutscene associated with it, I'll just go show this now, and unlock something nice for us later on as well. Hello. Huh? Oh, looks like you found some geostones. Now then, let's use a Carpenterian to rebuild the forest. Come along with me. Like how Max is running, but Monica's just walking. Here's a little present from us. We gathered some things you'll need to rebuild the forest. Even if you have the Carpenterian and Geostones, you can't get anything done without materials. But you know, your item bag looks mighty small to me, no room for anything. Tell you what, I'm gonna give you this big favor here. Let's make that bag bigger. Just so you know, I'm not always this generous. I just happen to be in a giving mood today, and he's really not always this generous. 28 rolling logs, sturdy cloth, glass material, sugarcane, scrap of metal, fire element, 20 water element. Now you got to call the Carpenterian to you. Stand on a G-ROM map, press the select button. Go on, try it. And then if you hit X, you gotta press the select button. You gotta press the select button, so... pretty funny. They're just like, hey, press the select button. You hit X, it's like, hey, that's not select. Like, oh, okay. This is a geostone. It's filled with wisdom of the ancients. When you put these in the reactor, you can build more types of things with Carpenterian. There's Ellen geostone that happens all the time. Hold on. Actually, I might want that as a... Hold on. I might need that for later. You can make apart wooden house, iron chimney 1, thorn tree, wooden stand, wooden stairs, river. Condition forest lake restored has been made clear. Condition glowing mushroom restored has been made clear. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Geostones not only have info on how to build things, but also data on how to develop a better future. As you build a new world, you can see how it's going with the Analyze command in the diorama menu. Now, in the upper right of your diorama menu, you'll see this thing that says pollen remaining. For things to exist, that requires a certain type of energy. We call this energy pollen. There's a limit to how much pollen you can have in the diorama field, and Carpenterian can't let you go over that limit. You remember that now. If you ever want to know anything else, you can just ask me when you're help receiver. I'll fill you in. Now then, I think I'll leave the rest of the young folks, rest up to you young folks to get myself in that train thingamajiggy. I'll be in the last car, so I'll be sure to show your face once in a while, okie dokie? If you ever need any geararmor materials, I should be able to help. Okay then, let's get started. Are you all set? So, now we have, with geostones, we have access to being able to build things on top of, you know, being able to see what we need for the future. And like it said, the condition for it restored has been unveiled, but we don't know what we need to do to unlock that condition. Now, for the most part, you don't need the geostones to unlock the conditions. If you know what to do, you can just complete them that way. However, what you do need is what the geostones allow you to make. So I can make a wooden house, iron chimney, thorn tree, wooden stand, etc., etc. I can make these, but I need more geostones to unlock more things for me to make. So, that is why we need the geostones. I'll be going back to look for more of those right now. However, there is one important thing. One real important thing. Wakanda said he would be in the last car of the train thingamajiggy. Also, you know, the Blackstone one. So let's go see him. And he said he'll be able to help us with materials that we need for diorama. So we come over here, You need some more Georama elements? If you don't have the time to collect them yourself, maybe money can solve your problems. And he will just sell them to us. But he does have quite a few things here that are extremely useful. And I'll be visiting Konda a lot throughout this journey. I think most people do end up visiting Konda a lot. Buy some started cloths here. I'll buy 4 of those. Because now I can make night boots. See? And, oh, do I only have, I guess I only have 2 thick hides. So, as I said before, making night boots is extremely imperative. Maybe not extremely imperative, but it's extremely helpful because spectrumize and they raise your attack. So, that's why I was so eager to have those made, and I wanted to have those done because we can use these in place of power crystals. Because you can't buy power crystals until much later on in the game. So, that's that. Oh, Stormbringer, how's it going? I was gonna go with this one? Yeah, that's what I was gonna go. Okay. But also, as you saw, we can buy rolling logs. So I need 1 thick hide and 21 scraps of metal. Okay. Wait a minute, hold on. Oh, never mind. I don't know why I was like, wait a minute, I can make a new energy pack. I don't think that I actually can at the moment. Actually, never mind. I'll hold off for a little bit longer instead of making the new energy pack right now, the barrel pack. There are a few other things I can make as well, but okay. So here, noise in the forest. Now, noise in the forest. Oh, I'm using Max's gun. Okay, wow. Not till later. But this has a new type of enemy. I think it has 2 types of enemies. One of them is gonna look very familiar. The thing is about this game, a lot of the enemies won't be very unique, as with a lot of games do. They'll just be like a reskin of previously seen enemies. And noise in the forest, well, those of you who play this game, you know exactly what that means. But for that does 8 damage now. The enemy that's reskinned on this floor, well, if you couldn't tell by my response, they're going to be the robots from the Underground Water Channel that I couldn't get the Trigger Barons hanging on from. And right there, I stole Prickly with the steal ability of the Bandit Brassard. Now that's just one reason why I wanted to use the Bandit Brassard here, right? The other reason why I wanted the Bandit Brassard, hold on, I want to raise Max's gun up quite a bit. Well, you can see one right there. Already, alright. So we got some bread, which is good, because I don't think I've bought bread recently. Oh, you're behind me. Okay. These Smash Wrenches are a lot stronger now. Just two-shotting those. Smash Wrench has a lot of smash, though, so it does quite a bit more to these things now. However, still not all that much damage. But also, we have Lightning, so that also assists with doing a lot of damage. However, the thing was in Rage mode, and Max was taking quite a bit of damage there, so I was like, you know, maybe we don't continue to do this right now. Let me heal, actually, with Max, yeah. Give him Max. Ooh, no, I don't want to get... Yeah, I'll give him 8, actually. I was gonna put my, my gun repair powder up there. 16. 9. But, red. Because Max also has the camera. Okay, well. Okay. We got quite a bit of EXP on our ride pod as well right now. Like, Almost have enough for... We're halfway through to the second core. It's Frame Crystal there. And downside of using Ride Pod, you can't pick up the Geostones. I don't remember who I picked up the lesson with, probably Max, but Max and Monica have different animations for picking up the Geostone, which is kind of interesting. Ooh, that's a Tor. Let's just do. Okay, 2 damage. Well, great. And you can see back there, there's a new enemy. It is a fire element. Oh, wait, I thought I hit triangle there. Okay, well. We were max on Ride Pod fuel anyway. As you saw there, it had a blue 5, meaning that that was the max we could hold for the Ride Pod fuel at least. The elements, since that one was fire element, you can probably guess that there's going to be different variations of that elemental. Just, you know, different elements like fire, water, ice, etc., etc. These rocks. I don't need to break the rocks, but I always do because that's usually where I get my Ride Pod fuel from. And I'm not going to be able to break the rocks all the time, depending on what... Yeah, I think I have the Slash Branch already. Oh. Okay, actually, hold on. Oh no. Oh no. So, Tor can shoot out these baby Tors, which just blow up on you, right? Like... They're called Kotors. And all they do is just come out and blow up on you. Why trees have the capability of blowing up? I couldn't tell you. But yeah, they're just like, hey, if you can use Max's gun here to beat all the enemies, that'd be great. Oh, right there. That probably moved a little too fast. You probably couldn't see it. But the Giorama, element of the poison, it came up again. I didn't realize it was there, but okay. So we need the Slash Branch here. Don't get to see the animation while you're on the Ride Pod. Not gonna make it that big of a deal, but... Okay. And we're almost at 1400. So we're getting more EXP. There's more enemies per floor now. I also did, like I said, did a little bit of grinding off screen, but like I think didn't I only have like 900 or like 200 and change after I bought the first core? And quite a bit of EXP. After that first cutscene though with the Giorama, there's not usually... I don't think there's another cutscene of... I'm sorry, with the Geostone. There's not another one like that, so... Thank you. I know exactly where to go. Oh, this is the only way to go. Or this is the way to the exit, rather, so I don't need to have giant map mode on. I do. See, these guys have a lot of, they take quite a few hits to down. And they take away quite a bit of your weapon HP. Ooh, Power Crystal. Not bad, I'll take it. Not needed, but... It does lessen the need for me to make pairs of night boots for Monica. Lightning crystal, not bad. Take that. Alright, so that's Noise in the Forest. So now we've been introduced to the giant robot enemies of this dungeon. So that, where is it? Thinking about welcome. Oh yeah, for sure. Downside with using Ride Pod for this entire floor means, well, my weapons don't get EXP. And I need my weapons to get some EXP for some later upgrades that I would like. Particularly my gun right now. I want that to level up. Okay, Blue Seal. Okay, so this one I can only use max for, much like the Red Seal floor. It sealed away Monica. The Blue Seal floor is going to seal away. I'm sorry, it sealed away Max. The Blue Seal is going to seal away Monica. And again, the only way I can get rid of the seal is by defeating all the enemies here. Fortunately, Max has the Ride Pod, so being left with only Max is not a big deal at all. However, I think this floor is called I'm a Pixie, and Pixies resist all of Max's weapons, I believe? Okay, never mind. They're weak to either gun or gun or wind. I don't know which one it is, but why not one way or another? Oh, something else I can go buy the monster notes from Morton. Alright, what they can do though is I think they can make you sticky. Unfortunately. I don't know, I don't remember if the status effect is actually called sticky. I think it's called gooey. Pretty sure it's actually called gooey, but it just makes you like kinda like sluggish and really annoying. So like if you get that on the floor with when you can only use one player, it's like, oh god. Hello Abe, how's it going? Oh wow, there's a huge clump of enemies right here. Oh god, okay, well, what you got? I guess it's a decent thing that I upgraded my gun so much. I think that poisons. Maybe that curses me. Okay. Bread. Okay, repair powder. Luckily, I have Smash on this now. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. Lovely. Okay. Let me pull up this this weapon chart. Paint. Paint's kind of relevant as well. Essentially, I allowed you to add more culture points, I think. And with culture points, because I don't think I really went over those. It's just like, you know, what stuff is placed in the georam and how much it'll end up affecting it, or what like essentially looks nice. Just as an example, like you place a house that might give you like I don't know, like let's say 3 culture points, but if you add a chimney onto that house, you get a little bit more culture points out of that house. Ooh, a healing coin, not bad. For like chimneys, chimney sheds, ooh, power crystals, things of that nature, you know. Like minor thing is that might increase the overall value of said. Okay. Can I, like, look at that. Like, even able to, like, deal the majority of the damage to a king mimic. Okay, well, he's kind of stupid. I'm gonna heal up, though, just so I don't look stupid. If I get hit. Yeah, choose around the house too, like rocks, grass, etc. Boost heals have been broken, so I can come back here and use Monica if I want to. And we get Piece of the World playing again. I really like this this theme. I think I have this on my stream playlist as well. Fair Powder and Antidote Drink. Not bad. I'm good, Dave. How are you doing? I don't know if I responded to your question. I think I just said hi. I don't think I ever responded. I've been playing on a better village. Kind of? I mean, like, I'm definitely, like, not very good with making things look nice. At least I don't feel like I am. However, if you, do I want... Oh, okay, so... Hold that thought. Legendary Killer Snake, if you play Dark Cloud 1, and you come to this floor out of nowhere, man... Whoa, oh man. I was so shook the first time I got to this floor. You have no idea how shook I was. So... in Dark Cloud 1, they have sections that are based off of QuickTime events, right? And the Snake QuickTime event in Dark Cloud 1, like, it was just blowing me away. And this was a mini-boss in Dark Cloud 1. So then I see it here, and they're just like, oh, by the way, you know, you're gonna want this special weapon to help you kill the Snake. And I'm like, okay, well, that's cool. I get to hear Dark Cloud 2. I don't have this weapon. I'm just having flashbacks of this Snake just, like, eating me. And I'm just like... So this is how I die, huh? Reality, though, you just ride pod it. Like, it's not that hard of an enemy. Like, of course, Little Kid Kenny didn't know that. Little Kid Kenny was still traumatized by the stupid mini boss QuickTime event from Dark Cloud 1. Speaking of that, I might need to go find that theme. Same reaction from me. Yeah, I was like, y'all really doing this right now? Like, of all the things y'all could have done. I mean, it's definitely like a nice little throwback to Dark Cloud 1 for sure. Well, I already have enough attack. Okay, let's see. I feel like 28 Cyclone is a magic number here. Okay, well, 26. You know what? Let me pull up this weapon chart. I know I'm going to... Okay, well, 19 was more than enough. Well, that's unfortunate. I think this is enough. Unless this is wrong, that should be enough. Because the specific weapon I want to go for... Again, a lot of stuff I'm doing right now, it will make a lot more sense if you've played the game before. Like, a lot of my weapon choices for doing what I am, building up my weapons to. Okay. Well, that's where I want to be here. Elements are strange. Some of them, yeah. Like, the top four, like the Flame, Chill, Cyclone, and Lightning, those are all, like, your box standard elements. Under those, are more like attributes that deal, you know, additional damage to like, robotic enemies, enemies with high defense, or undead enemies, or beast-type enemies, or, like, reptile sea creatures with scale. Okay, so for this one, okay, so I got this upgraded, right? Yes. Okay, so then now... Wow, this needs a lot of stuff, actually. Holy crap. And I think this is, my top for... Actually, no. I don't want top for this, just because of how I typically play this. And top isn't bad. Okay. And for... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. For you... Okay. Oh, that's easy. Just need to level you up quite a bit. Okay. I also haven't used Monica in a little while. I might go back to using Ride Pod so I can get the second core. So I can have a little bit more flexibility with that. Because in a little bit here, I'm gonna... Well, after this floor, I think I'll go back to the... I'll go back to Sindane. Because it's been a little while since I've been to Sindane. And, I picked up like 2 or 3 additional... Great! And he's like, yeah, you know, I'll go use Monica. Immediately runs into a Sonic Bomber. Like, that's not a big deal, though. Alright. I'm just gonna take out my, I said I usually buy these for selling, but, I can also do this. Whee! And, there you go. And now Monica gets a lot of EXP on her armband. Or Thief Bastard. So the number exactly would show how much of that type of damage or type of opponent or those elements type matchups. Okay, so for the elements, like the flame, chill, lightning, or cyclone, the highest number determines what element that that weapon is, right? So like how this one has the highest cyclone, the cyclone is 19. It's gonna be wind element. But for the bottom 4, like the Smash, Exorcism, Beast, and Scale, that just affects like your type matchup versus certain enemies. So like the giant robot enemy, because this weapon has no smash, it does like 4 damage to the giant robot enemy. Steel coming through, which is unfortunate, because the giant robots are kind of annoying. But that's why I have my own robot, and I have Max for like his wrenches and his hammers have smash attribute. Oh god, I thought I blocked that in time. Okay, I did not block that. Something else I can do is I can actually just charge this up. I never got that glad ass. Oh yeah, no, it's all good because I don't think the game actively tells you that. It might tell you that in like the help menu. You might have to go digging for it, but I'm pretty sure I found that out through kind of a trial and error. Oh no, you know what? Because okay, well there's a thing I'm gonna go buy, which I don't need to buy, but I do it anyway just because. And it's just like monster notes. It just shows you things you fought and what they're weak to. Like, it's a nice little addition. Nice little bestiary. But yeah, I want to work on Monica's armband, because this is the weapon I usually, let's say, neglect the most. Like, this is the weapon I usually, like, put on the... Oh. Yumo. You know what that means. Oh, oops. I stopped blocking too early. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. There we go. Okay. You can see this does 45 damage to it. And I think I have high beast on this, right? Yeah, I have 40 beast on this one, so that's why I did so much damage to him. Yeah, I had to try to... As like an inside scoop, it's taking a picture of that dude while he's roaring. And leveling up your photo level gives you quite a fair bit of a... this clown? Yes, clown. Quite a fair bit of decent rewards, so... It's a nice little thing I can do. Alright. Alright guys, ready yellow box. Which one? Yellow? I bet. Red? Oh god. Why do both of yours make different flavors? Oh, well. I'm gonna go yellow. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I think I would take yellow over red in that case. I mean, either way, it's a free, it is a free item. Oh, where did you come from? Oh, what? What? What are you doing here? Bro, go away! What's wrong with you? Jeez! Just trying to beat the brakes off this robot and out of nowhere get pulled up on by like a block of ice. Minion. Fire element. Okay, so let's see here. Jeez. Oh God. What does my sword do? Do they resist sword? I mean, I guess they have to resist sword, right? Because my armband isn't that much more powerful than my sword. I think my sword is a lot stronger than my armband, right? Yeah, no. Okay, they just have to resist that. Oh, I have 10 points on this? Alright, hold on. Wait a minute. Let's see what we got going on here. So I need... Okay. 5. I'll level up once and then 5. Okay. Okay. 5 of those as well, right? I need so much Cyclone for things, jeez. I forgot just how much Cyclone I need starting out the game. Holy crap. Alright, convenient. I had the crystal, so I didn't need 5. Okay, so now I just need the... Oh, actually, hold on. I have the... Do I still have the thief boots? Or the... Oh! Thief boots. Night boots. And this is where we keep a spare pair of night boot around. I can do this. Oh, wait, no. No, wow, 32? Yeah, I don't know why I thought 28 was fine. Would it be better for me to level up once more? No, I'm just gonna build up this now. So, now I can build up into the Thorn Armlet. And the Thorn Armlet has 2 more abilities onto it. One of them, really good. The other one's pretty not good. So, one of them, as you can see, has ABS up, which is something I abuse a lot later on. Because I just snag a few Thorn Armlets, and the synthesis, the spectrumization thing I did before, that applies to weapons. You can do that with weapon abilities as well. So if I were to spectrumize it, get to level 5 and then spectrumize it, this would provide the weapon I put this onto with ABS up, 20% more EXP, steel. And the one on the far left is actually pretty bad. It's called Poverty. So that means you get like 20% less money per kill. However, the upgrade to this weapon, which is what I usually go into, I think. No, I usually don't go into. Not directly anyway. the upgrade, one of the upgrades, it gives you an upgrade that gets rid of poverty, the upper path. But the lower path goes directly into the weapon that I want, that I usually end up getting. I don't know, I just like the appearance of it. Alternatively, I have this wealth coin right here, that I can spectrumalize and put onto this to get rid of poverty. So there is that. Okay, so Monica's armband is pretty jacked right now. I think I'll go back to max. Well, there have been a few times where I've upgraded to the max weapon I can get for max right now in this dungeon. And the reason I say that is, well, I'll get into that a bit later. Because I don't know if I'll get to it, like, if I get up to it during this stream, then I'll go over it then. Which I very well could, but... Uh-oh. Roar at me? But yeah. Okay, so here's quite a bit more enemies. So, something else you might have noticed is when we're looking at the exit, there was a sign next to it, a sun symbol. And when I first entered this floor, you might have noticed there was a fork in the paths. As of right now, we cannot do anything about that. So we can only take one path. One path will be open to us. So if we want to fully explore this dungeon, we're going to have to come back a wee bit later for that. But do I have any scale on it? I don't remember if I put any scale on it yet. Also, actually, I think I just beat the brakes off this with my... Oh, also, this thing can dig. And if you, like, you saw it do the startup animation to dig, but I knocked it out of it. You can just dig underground and come up under you, which sucks. I'm just kind of doing my pursuit attacks on it, so, like, I lunge at it. Like, there's the only real way I would hit it with, hold on. Wait a minute. Lightning Beast. So I bought this to kind of show it off. Okay, so it says Chill Smash Attack. I could also end up spectrumizing that. Okay. Come on! Oh. Great, now I have to be a little bit more careful here. You can't open a menu while you're blocking either. That's unfortunate. Did I get the level up on Max's weapon at least? I don't think I did, right? I think I'm like right. Yeah, of course I didn't. Okay. And as you can see right there, there's a different pathway I could take. However, I do not have the means to.
Looks like we got them all.
Oh, I think that was the first time I actually let that play out. I'm not sure if I did that before. But go over here. Was it can I go any further yet? Yeah. So you legitimately cannot do that way yet. It wasn't just like, no, we're gonna go through the sun path first. No, we just can't go that way just yet. So right, meow. Now I have to leave the dungeon as well because Max got incapacitated. This dungeon also isn't very long at all, if I remember correctly. Like, I'm pretty sure we're just about done with chapter 2 here. Yeah, I think always think this dungeon's a little bit longer than it actually is, but it's really not. Always gotta remember that we're only in chapter 2. So I do believe right now, with the last geostone I got. Oh, did I get the geostone on the last state? Oh, I hope I did. I don't remember if I did or not. I'm gonna assume I did. Oh dear. I really hope that I did. Well, if I didn't, it probably won't be that big of a deal. Straw house, shed, hut, a rough wooden fence, bench, cart, wooden bridge, eye tree 1, eye tree 2, nose tree, 15 wood parts placed, with the tree restored, made clear, with the tree restored, made clear, forest lake restored has been made clear, Gordon resides in Sindane has been made clear, trailer shop restored has been made clear, eatery restored has been made clear, Polly resides in Sindane has been made clear, weapon shop restored has been made clear, Mullane resides in Sindane has been made clear. So now, as you can see, we have quite a bit of things made clear. Wither Tree restored, Forest Lake restored, Gordon resides in Sindane. Once those are all have been met, then Drake will be revived. And as you can see as well for Mullane and for Polly, and as for the eatery. So now we're going to see another scene real quick here. According to the geostone you brought back this time, if we want to bring Jurak back, we need to get someone who knows about trees to immigrate to Sindane. Get someone to immigrate? That's right. There are lots of people living in Palm Brinks, right? We've got to get those people to immigrate to our world, into the world. That way, the future will develop. I see. And so, what we need right now is someone who knows about trees, huh? Max, do you know anyone like that? Someone who knows about trees. Oh, I've got it! Gordon! Gordon? Yeah, he's our gardener. He's an expert on trees. He's perfect. I bet he's in our yard right now, tending to the flowers or something. Really? That's great. Let's go. Okay. We'll have to Palm Brinks look for Gordon the gardener. He should be in Max's yard. So, the interesting part with this is, I don't think they ever even tell you where Max's yard is. I think you kind of just have to look around. Fortunately, I know where Max's yard is. Although I think it shouldn't be that hard to figure out realistically, because we did get a kind of a peek into Max's life, so we know that Max is very well off. So you probably just look for like the biggest house in the neighborhood, and there we go. So I'm heading over to Gordon in particular first because that's who we need that's one of the ones we need for story purposes. There are some other people, Polly, Mullane, who we've actually already met. Polly is the owner of the bakery. Mullane is the owner of the weapon shop. Anyway, here's Gordon. Oh, Max, you've been moping about a lot lately. Are you taking care of yourself? Something I can do for you? What? You want me to go with you on your adventure? I'd like to go with you, but this poor tree isn't doing so well. Taking care of trees and the flowers is my #1 priority, you know. If I go off roaming about the world, I could lose my job. I bet some of the holy water that Priest Bruno sells at the church will fix the tree. But, as you know, your father and Priest Bruno are on bad terms. Your father'd never give me money to buy water from Priest Bruno. I'm in a pickle. Yeah, Gordon, to go to Sindane first, you must, first you have to get him to go on your journey. To fulfill Gordon's request, he'll join you on your journey and get on the train. You can check out requests by reading your notebook located in the item menu. So, let's just check that real quick. This is the notebook that I picked up, very early on in the game. Check memo. Gordon's worries. Instead of taking care of plants, he wants to cure this tree, with Priest Bruno's holy water. Let's go see Priest Bruno. Is he at the church? Now, if I'm not mistaken, you just need to have holy water, and I already have one. I picked it up in the dungeon. So I think I can just give him this. Max, fixing this tree number one priority. Now, oh, and I want to need to fix this tree. I talk to him again and give him the holy water. Yes, Max, you've done it. Now I can take care of this tree. Thank you, Max. My work is all taken care of for now. Now I can go with you on your adventure. Oh, and don't mention that holy water to your father, you hear? Gordon, join your party. You can use this ability in the status menu under the characters in the main menu. If you recruit someone else to join your adventure, that person will get on the train. Talk to the person inside the train or switch to him or her as your party member. Move one person your friend from a train to the house. Select the move person option from the door menu of the house. There'll be many others willing to join your adventure. Be sure to look for them. I don't think Gordon... Oh, we still have Cedric in the party, so... So with that said, we can now actively get more characters to join the party. I don't know. Parasol. Okay. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Was Guillermo's yell? Is that the only other scoop that I ran into so far? I think so, right? Well, I mean, Baron's hanging on, but... Okay, yeah. The other ones I just haven't encountered yet. I won't do anything about. Alright, anyway. I'm gonna head inside here real quick. This is Max's house. And talk to the butler. Is there anything you need? I'll do my best to help you. Leave it to me. I don't know if you can help. But just listen to this. I've spent 30 years working hard in this house. That's all I do, but my one hobby is reading. There's a really valuable and rare book that's up for auction at the moment. People are fighting over it. I believe a bid of 1,000 gilda would be enough. But I don't have those kinds of funds, and if I were to ask my master, he'd be appalled and I'd probably have to resign. So you're my only hope. That's not to say that if you can't help me, I won't help you. Despite what he says, Stuart probably won't help unless you give him 1,000 gilda. Oh well, better get some money together. You won't believe this. Price is going up to 1,200 gilda. I'm terribly sorry, but could you possibly get hold of 1,500 gilda? This is terrible. There's someone who'll pay 1,800 gilda. If I don't build about 2,000 gilda, there's no way I'll win. Honey, did you manage to get my 200 guilders together? What can I do? It's yours. Thank you so much. I'll get straight down to the auction. So you need about 2,000 gilda for that. I think I had like 4,000, yeah. Because I frequently sold. I made the bombs and sold them. And here we have a picture of a fireplace. I forgot what I needed that for. I don't have Polly's bakery sign anyway. Anyway, here's Max's father. I don't remember his name. Gerald, I think. According to Cedric, you've been off to something recently. You've been up to something recently. You're good at a lot of things. But on the other hand, you never see anything through. So when you ask for help, it's hard for me to take you seriously just like that. I know, one who tried to build up this trumpet gun to a bell trigger. Think you can do it? To get Gerald to accept you, you have to bring him a bell trigger. You can build up a weapon you've been given, or buy a weapon, or bring one you find in the dungeons. And this is why I specifically wanted to build up to a bell trigger before we got to this portion, because we needed it to recruit Gerald. So that was why I was so kind of like adamant about getting this bell trigger. Oh, so you've gotten pretty good with weapons too. I don't even need to see you shoot. I can tell by the way you hold it. Okay, I'll help you out. I'll help out, but I'm not doing it for you. If this town's in danger, I can't just sit here and do nothing. So now we get Gerald as well. Hello, Owen. There's also rifle. And oh, that's also another thing you can do. You see how the character turned around and posed? You'll know that if they're a recruitable member by doing that. I mean, there's also, it's probably pretty easy to figure out at this point. The generic-looking character models will not join you. So, if they don't look generic, or if they pose for a picture, they definitely join you. Thank you very much. I managed to make a successful bid. I bid strong. I bid strong, and everyone else dropped out really quickly, so I got it for only 1,400 gilda. But now I can give you 600 back, and I'll work hard from now on to repay the money that I borrowed. I know that you put a lot of. I know I put you into a lot of trouble. I'll repay the favor anytime. And we get steward. Okay, and if we come over here, I think this is Max's room. Yes. Okay, so I want to take a picture. Oh, oops. I'm at Max Pictures. Didn't realize. Okay, 2 more pictures, and my photo level should go up. Dresser. 2 more new pictures. Robot. Scope. But the thing I wanted to come in here for the most is the photo album. Now, the photo album is a fantastic thing to have, but that's only if you have played this game before. What the photo album allows you to do is save photos to the album, which, you know, as you expect from a photo album. However, if you've played this game before and you save things to the photo album, you can just load them in and have loads of ideas off rip, right? The downside to this is that it doesn't count as you taking the picture. Wait. Don't need that one. But you'll have them in your idea board. So what I always do is the missable scoops and like things that are useful for things I like to have fairly early on, even if I can't make them right away, right? Like, I'll just put the ideas for them in my photo album, and then just transfer them over, save the ideas, and then transfer them back. I don't remember what all of these are for. However, a good chunk of them are used for some things I would like to have early on. Again, even if I can't make them like right now, I can have the okay, hold on. So work on work crane. I'm up to. And the downside is that it doesn't count as me taking the pictures, nor does it upgrade my my photo level with these. Which, I mean, that makes sense because I'm not actually taking the pictures of them. But having access to the ideas right now is great. Because that means I can potentially be overpowered. Or, you know, I could just not be. Again, because some things I legitimately cannot make yet. Some things are essentially up to RNG whether or not I find the item or not. Work arm, I think, was next. Yeah. I'll still take pictures of these things as I come across them. So, in the off chance, again, someone, if you're playing along, where you like maybe you just don't know where some of these things are, like I'll be taking pictures of them. Because it also will increase my photo level. as an example, the mushroom picture I put in here, the mushrooms actually isn't very far off. Also, I'm not sure why I put Brave Linda and Brave Linda and Clown Rebel's attack as scoops in here, because you can get those before you like legitimately, like those are, you get those long before you get the photo album. So I'm not really sure why I saved that. But oh well. What photo level were you at? 2? 3? 3. Okay. Alright. Anyway, now that I'm done with that minor thing. Already have fountain. I don't remember what this room is. I don't think there's anything of note in here though. Okay, yeah, this is just the dining hall. Speaking of the dining hall, one of the characters that I'm about to recruit, I think you can buy the item a little bit later. But if you'll remember, the other night when I was playing this, when I found the roasted chestnut, and I seemed fairly excited that I found that pretty easily, it was because, well, I'm going to need that to recruit someone. What was that? Can you talk more slowly? So for this one, you have to type "let's go together." However, I think you type without the. Type it exactly as it's shown. Oh, no. How do I? Okay, there we go. But there was a button I can press to just delete, but. Hold on, is that exactly? Let's do it together. Okay, I believe so. Ah, an adventure? That would be nice. What use can an old woman like me be? Well, you'd be surprised, Granny Rosa. Granny Rosa is actually pretty useful. She can make cheese, and cheese restores quite a bit of HP. So, she's actually more useful than, oh, that's okay. Pot, stove, ladder, pot. Ferdinand? Ah, good timing. There's something I want to talk to you about. I'm sure you know, I'm making unusual sweets from around the world as part of my research. I heard there's a sweet called, Casnasio, which is made using something called castrana. I've managed to find out that castrana grows on the same kind of trees as chestnuts. So I thought I may as well try using chestnuts instead, but it's really weird. Chestnuts are sold out all over town. Apparently the mayor's bought them all up or something. Don't suppose you could help me out. And this is what I need the roasted chestnut for. Did you find any chestnuts? And I believe I can buy them later on, but you can just find them in the Rainbow Butterfly Wood. Yes, that's it. Thank you very much. Now I can try to make some Casnasio. I'll let you try some as soon as it's ready. Actually, is there anything I can do in return? What? You want me to go with you on an adventure? Haha, of course, I will go. Why don't you just ask in the first place? Oh, veggies? Okay. And right up here, I'm not sure. Oh. No, I bought quite a bit of 30 cloth. don't have any more thick hides, though. Oh, she's not here. I think it's too late. Oh, no, there she is. Post constructor rock. Okay. Pretty sure I have most of that. Lab constructor. Constructor. I don't have post. Okay. I thought stairs. Box? Alright. I see. I really wish I could help you more than anything. But I don't have any confidence in myself. I always seem to give up halfway and I've never seen anything through. When I was little, I dreamt of becoming a tailor and tried so many times to make something, but never completed a single garment. If I went with you, I'm sure I'd just get in the way. So, sorry, but no. Oh dear, Adele has lost all her confidence. This is no good. Let's try getting her to make clothes again. Yes, if I try and this time I manage to complete something, maybe I'll believe in myself again. But I don't have the materials I need. Would you be able to get them for me? All I need is thick hide, sturdy cloth, thick hide, and a hunk of copper. Here, have these. Thanks very much. I'll try making some clothes. I won't let these go to waste. And I'm not sure what clothes she ends up making for you. It might depend on what you picked at the start. But if we come back, I think Adele's gonna give me the green overalls. Ah, Max finally completed a garment. I didn't want these to go to waste, and that kept me going to the end. I'm not completely satisfied with it, but would you wear it anyway? It's so great that I finished something. Now I feel much more confident, and I'll do the very best I can, so please take me with you. And, we actually needed Adele for the, for Sindane anyway, as a tailor. So, it's good that we got her, when we did. But she will be needed to 100% Sindane anyway. One of the guys I can't get just yet. Actually, there's a few people I can't get just yet. One of them requires fishing, which I can do. I just don't have the fish that they want. I think one person's over here. I don't know if she's in this house or if she starts in a different house. Oh, okay. I forgot about this person. Completely forgot about this person. Like, I remembered about this person, but I didn't remember to preemptively do what she wanted me to do. I wish I could help you out, but fighting's scary and I might get dirty. And I hate to be a nuisance to everyone. Sorry, but I'll have to say no. There must be lots of unusual things outside town. I wonder what sort of trees are like, what kind of flowers there are. If you see an interesting flower, could you take a picture of it for me, Max? I'd still love to see it. He said no this time, but if you show her a picture of something she's interested in, she'll probably give in. So I have to take a picture of a flower, an unusual flower, to show to her. I forgot her name, but... Because usually what I do is I'll, I think I did take a picture of it, but then I just deleted it, right when I got to Sindane. Took a picture of the flower there. Dang. I'm here now. And right now I'm just, kind of just recruiting a bunch of people. I don't think I have pumpkin yet. Ooh, Max, I've heard that you've been going out of town recently. That's great, why don't you take me with you? I bet you're thinking I won't be any use because I'm a girl. But I bring people a lot of luck. It never rains when I go out, and I've never seen a losing lottery ticket. What do you think? Okay then. You'll take me with you? I didn't think that you would. But how come I'm the only one that has to ask you when you've been asking all these other people? If you had just asked, then of course I would have helped you. Wait, hold on. But I've been asking... You know what? Never mind. I think she might have meant little girl as opposed to just her being a girl, because we've been recruiting people from all over town. So, I think she specifically meant a little girl, because she's younger than Max, I'm pretty sure. I know, if you find me, then I'll help you. What do you think? In other words, let's play hide and seek. Right, go! Oh well, looks like you better try finding Corinne. She's probably hiding somewhere in Palm Brinks. So, it's unfortunate, because, well, not really unfortunate, but finding Corinne isn't all that bad. Yeah, it's minorly annoying. Because you have to find her 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't remember what the first place she goes to is. I think she's in the house of the other woman we just saw at first. Here's the thing: we have to find her 3 times. I don't remember. And oh, there's also no hints, if I'm not mistaken, about where to find Corinne. He's just like, yeah, go find me. It's like, what? Flower. I don't even remember what Corinne does, but she's also not a party member we need recruited. But I always get her anyway. Like, I always get all the characters that I can recruited. Pretty sure the first time you're up over here. Yeah. Oh, you found me. But can you find me again? Claire, okay. I think now she's in Max's room? Or somewhere in Max's house? I'm gonna go to Max's room, because I think I remember her being in there. If not, then, I think she's in a different house. Again, I don't know, like... I don't know how you're supposed to find her with no hint whatsoever. Just like, play hide and seek, let's go. I think in Max's room. Maybe not in Max's room. Nope, there she is. Oh, you found me. I'm getting a bit fed up with this now. Hiding is actually really boring. Oh well, let's go off on our adventure then. Oh, okay, you only have to find it twice. Maybe that's why I didn't remember the 3rd location. Because there was no 3rd location. Hide and seek is just for little kids. That would explain why I don't remember the 3rd location. Because there's not one. Okay. Oh, let me save, actually, because it's been a while since I last saved. And I don't want to do all this, like, side questy stuff again. Okay. I don't know if I had morning sun before. If I didn't, I do now. Oh, there's one that's gonna be really annoying for me to do. Oh god. Well, for those of you that played this game, you probably know which one I'm talking about already. And I don't know if I don't think I needed him. Pretty sure. Maybe I do. No, I think I do. Be my friend. Da, 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 da. Alright, anyway, really, you need my help? Then let me pose you a problem. The candles in this church are controlled by a small mechanism. When they're lit, it puts them out, and when they're out, it relights them. If one of them changes, the adjacent one changes too. If you can put all the candles successfully, it'll prove your wisdom, and I'll go with you. So all this, you should all look great. If not, please understand that I cannot go with you. It's not a puzzle. Give it a few attempts and make use of what you learn each time. If you're into the candle will be reset, so don't worry about going wrong. The answer could be simple. I don't remember exactly how to do this one, but it's one of these where oh, okay, hold on, wait. I don't remember that happening. Okay. So then if that's the case, then you do it like this. So then here. I don't remember it being a T shape. I just remember I remember 3 going out. Friend. You've done well, wonderful. I'm sure you lived up to my expectations. I promised, didn't I? I'll go with you. Okay, so I get Priest Bruno. I don't know why Priest Bruno and Max's dad are on bad terms. I don't think it's ever stated. Why they're on bad terms? Well, doesn't running this path look familiar? Oh dear. Okay, I need to take a picture of this. I think. Monument. Okay. Oh, one of the dudes needs a picture of the moon. Heck. Oh, actually, there's at least 2 people I can't recruit now. I know this is a thing. Really? Not close enough? Yeah, there we go. You know, I have a lot of bugs in my feathers. They're making me terribly itchy. Eyeball. Bottle. Bone. I already got that. Got that. Okay. Just want to make sure I got these things. Like worst case scenario, like I missed them or something. I don't know. Wait. Is that something different? Okay, no, that's still a bottle. I didn't remember if that's something different or not. It could have been. I don't know. Ugh. Hello, Kraken. I mean, he could also just have fleas because he's an animal. Okay, I think it's you. Yeah, I don't mind going with you, but will there be a moon there? Really? Maybe you're just saying that. I know humans tell lies. Actually, I've changed my mind. I'm gonna wait for the moon to come out here. Maybe there's something that happened in the past, but Rufio doesn't trust humans at all. Gotta get Rufio to believe you. If you give him a photo of the moon, that might do it. Yeah, this is the one I was like, I need a picture of the moon. Yeah, I don't have a picture of the moon right now. Feels bad. I'll wait till the moon comes out. And then if we come over here... I think it's right over here. Fabio? You want me to do you a favor? First, hear me out. I only listen to people that I respect. And the only people I respect are the people that are called a bigger fish than me. The biggest fish I ever caught was a 60 cm donkey. Are you impressed? If you feel like a challenge, I'll take you on any time. The only way to get him to respect on your side is to catch a donkey on more than 60 centimeters. You can do it. Anyway, try to do some fishing in Palm Springs Lake. So, unfortunately... So I wanted to do some fishing off-stream, but One, I didn't find any donkeys. And two, I wasn't sure if I had to do this outside the lake. I didn't have the bait to catch donkeys apparently either. At least when I looked it up. But I did do a little bit of fishing, so I have a little bit of FP to spend here. 32 centimeter gummy. Jeez. Okay. These are prickly this time. Change FP. Luck. I don't know if casting my bait out any further does anything for me in terms of bigger fish. Well, actually, let me look now. Okay, this one seems to be a little bit stronger, so maybe. I'm not pulling with it this time either. I don't know if this will be... This is a tartan. 31 centimeters though. Okay. Oh god. Some fishing guide. Donkey. Does it matter where Let's do some in Palm Breaks Lake. So I'm not sure if I specifically need to... Oh. Is it? I guess it's just completely up to RNG, huh? Alright, well, since I've shown what I need for this this person, I might just do this in between streams or something. Just so, like, you don't have to see me constantly just praying and hoping that I catch a donkey for, Oh god. Oh. That's because I casted it out so far. Gotta work on my resilience and my resilience and my strength. Although I'm going to upgrade. I don't know if it's an upgrade. 45 cm Baku. Alright, well. You know, I'll try one more because almost nighttime, and nighttime means that I need to get a picture of the moon. Or what's this fate? For Rufio. I'm not sure that luck actually plays a factor in getting the Nonky that's over 60 centimeters. It might. I would assume that luck does have something to do with that, to be honest. But I'm not entirely sure. If you're really in the big one. What's another walk? I don't know what grip does. I feel like grip doesn't do anything. I mean, it could do something. I don't know. I have no idea. Okay, where's the moon? Where is it? Okay. Where is he? I do like the skybox right now, though. Like, nice mountains and flavors. Wow, amazing! There's a moon in this photo. Now I can see the moon anytime, any place. Come with you. Of course I will. I've nowhere else to go. And getting a 60 centimeter Nonky is going to be probably the hardest thing for me to do. I think it usually is the hardest thing for me to do as well, now that I think about it. Well, there's another thing that's kind of hard for me to do too, but... Oh. I was waiting that to happen, not gonna lie. I don't think I had that before. Okay, now that we're back on this side of town, I'm gonna come over here to the weapon shop. Because need